Today we will be learning about the phases of the moon. How many of you have looked at the moon? I'm sure you have noticed that it changes just a little each night. Well, that is due to the moon revolving around the earth, and also the earth revolving around the sun. It takes 1 year for the earth to revolve around the sun, but it only takes about 29 days for the moon to revolve around the earth. So how do you know which phase the moon is? We break it down into 8 phases, so that is a little over 3 days for each phase. The first phase is the new moon. This is when the moon is between the sun and the earth. This moon you can't really see, but you might see a slight ring around it to let you know it is there. Next is the waxing crescent moon. This is a smaller sliver of the moon. Since the small sliver happens twice, I remember the waxing one is building up like wax, and it would be on the side of the clock where we start telling time. It will curve to cover from 12 through 6. Next, we have the waxing quarter or the first quarter moon. This is going to cover half of the clock from 12 to 6. The waxing quarter is followed by the waxing gibbous moon, and it's starting to fill in. If you notice this on a clock, it's going to fill in most of it, but it will not cover the numbers 7 through 11. Then we get to the full moon. This is when the earth is between the sun and the moon. A full moon would be a full clock. After the full moon is the waning gibbous moon. It's still pretty full, but if it were compared to a clock, it would not cover the numbers 1 through 5. Then you have the waning quarter or the third quarter moon, and that will cover the numbers 6 through 12. Last, you will have the waning crescent moon. Remember I said there would be 2 crescents? This crescent will cover the numbers 6 through 12 on the clock. Then the process will start over with a new moon, as the moon has now revolved completely around the earth. I hope this shows you and helps you think through the phases of the moon. Next, we will try an activity that will help you see the transitions as they are made.